Right then guys, how's it going and welcome back to your football predictions, the series where you guys go up against me to see who can get the most correct scores from the weekend's football. As always, I did pretty bad. It's nice to know that coming back to the new Premier League season that I've literally not changed, as I did not get a single correct score. Liverpool-Norwich, I was right that Liverpool were going to win by a few goals. Spurs-Villa, I was right that Spurs were going to win. Newcastle-Arsenal, I was hopeful that Newcastle might grab a draw. We actually lost 1-0, but yeah, who am I to say? But I thought we could have got a draw there. And then Man U-Chelsea, I got that completely wrong. I pipped Chelsea to get a win, and Man U went and won 4-0. So no correct scores for me at all. And as I said, you guys always do better than I do, and we had 4 winners this week who all got 2 correct scores. They were Unplex, Matt, Max, and Albion Till I Die. So well done to these 4 for getting 2 out of 4 correct scores right. I have put all of their YouTube links down in the description, and I have subscribed to all of them as well, so make sure to check them out. And remember, if you want to be shouted out in next week's predictions video, to get your predictions in down in the comments below for this weekend's upcoming games. But as always, I've picked 4 of them and we'll go through them now. To kick things off, first game of the weekend is at 12:30 on Saturday with Arsenal taking on Burnley. Arsenal kicked off the league in a good way by beating Newcastle 1-0. In fairness, I think it was pretty evenly matched throughout the whole game, but Aubameyang scored 1-0 to Arsenal, and they're going to want to continue that by beating Burnley. On the other side of it, Burnley also kicked off their campaign in a good way by beating Southampton 3-0, which was a very good win for them. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a tougher one going away to Arsenal at the Emirates. Barnes got 2 goals for Burnley in their last game. Can he grab another one this weekend? The thing is, with the start of the season, in a way, anything can happen, but Arsenal they've spent this summer. I wouldn't say they looked fantastic against Newcastle, to be fair, but I just think the players on the pitch can do a lot for them, obviously. So I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. The 3 o'clock kickoff I've gone for is my team. Newcastle are heading down to Norwich this weekend. Norwich back in the Premier League and their first home game in the Premier League this weekend. Obviously, Norwich didn't have the greatest or the easiest start to the Premier League, as they played on Friday night last week and got stuffed off Liverpool 4-1. They did grab a consolation goal through Pukki, but I mean, did anyone see? I mean, even the Norwich fans, did you see anything other than that scoreline against Liverpool? It was going to be very, very tough. And no doubt Norwich are going to want to turn that around in front of the home fans this weekend. And as I've already mentioned, Newcastle didn't get off to the best of starts. For them, it was also a tough game against Arsenal, but now heading away down to Norwich, I think could be a tough one as well. Honestly, this game, I don't see many goals. It'll either be 1-0 Norwich, 1-0 Newcastle, or 1-1, and I'm going to go 1-1. Moving on, the 5:30 kickoff on Saturday, we've got Man City taking on Spurs. Both teams had a very good start to the season last weekend. Man City went and beat West Ham 5-0. That was the first time really when VAR was put into action, and I'm thinking, oh dear, this isn't looking good. And to be fair, we haven't seen as much of it since then, with the Sterling offside that was by about a millimetre, and then the Aguero penalty that got retaken because the keeper was off his line, and it was just all a bit of a mess. But I don't think it changed the scoreline because Man City were pretty fantastic, to be fair. So as I say, 5-0 to them. And then the Spurs game, I wasn't watching it, but I had the notifications coming through, and I seen that Aston Villa had scored first. And I thought, wow, could there be an upset here? But Spurs must have got into their stride as they won the game 3-1. So 2 very good sides. Man City are at home, and just Man City are so good. it's difficult not to back them. So I am going to go 2-0 Man City. But I think Spurs have definitely got it in them to give them a good game. And as I say, it's early in the season. Catch people off guard, who knows? But I've got to go Man City. And to finish things off, I am going to skip past the Sunday games and go on to the Monday night game, because I do think this looks like it could be a good one, and that is because it is Wolves taking on Manchester United. Obviously, Wolves had a fantastic season last season, wanting to continue that this season. They started off with a draw. They drew against Leicester at the weekend, which I don't think is a bad result. I think both Wolves and Leicester should really be around the same place in the league come the end of this season. And then Manchester United, I mean, they really kicked things off in style. As I say, they certainly proved me wrong, because I thought that Chelsea might nick it in the opening game, and Manchester United went and beat them 4-0. And it's pretty crazy, because I would still say that Chelsea had quite a good game, but they lost 4-0. It's not often you can say that when a team loses 4-0, that they had quite a good game. But as for this one, I mean, it'll be a good one to kind of see where both teams are, I think, because as I say, Wolves had a fantastic year last year. They're in Europa League this year. Can they go on and do it again? Can they potentially even take that next step? And then you've got Manchester United, who really have just gone through a rebuild. Lukaku's gone, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka are in. And yes, Man U did beat Chelsea, but Chelsea are having a real change at the minute. They're playing a lot of youngsters, Tammy Abraham, etc., because of the transfer embargo, losing Hazard. Chelsea aren't the same this season, players-wise, as they were last season. So yes, Man U beat them 4-0, but I mean, if they go and beat Wolves 4-0, Man U are looking seriously good. But at the same time, if Wolves can put in a good game against Man U, who knows what they could do this season. So I think this is going to be a good clash. Hopefully lots of goals. And in terms of a prediction, Wolves have got the home advantage. Monday Night Football, I'm going to go 1-1. I don't know. I've rolled 1-1 down there, so I will stick with it. I feel like I'm going against Man U, because I said they were going to lose last week, and now I've said they're going to draw this week. If Man U, Rashford up front, gets himself 2-3 goals, like anything could happen. I think that's why I've just sat on the fence and gone 1-1. But you let me know what you think is going to happen. And that is where I'm going to leave it, guys. So as I say, those are my predictions up there. Make sure you get your predictions down in the comments below. I will go through all of them before the first game kicks off, which is on Saturday at 12:30. So around 12 o'clock, I will make a note of everyone's predictions, and I will shout out the winner in next week's prediction video. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, drop a like and subscribe if you are new. And yeah, enjoy the football this weekend, and I will catch you all later.